Have you ever felt like your life carries a deeper meaning? Like there is something about you that the world cannot fully understand? Something that sets you apart, even when you try to blend in? If you're watching this right now, this message may not be a coincidence. Chosen one, there are moments in life when God begins to reveal truths that were hidden for years. Suddenly, things start to make sense. The struggles, the isolation, the battles you fought that others could never understand. What once felt like confusion begins to transform into clarity. What once felt like pain begins to reveal purpose. God has a way of awakening people at the exact moment they are ready to see who they truly are. And when that moment arrives, nothing can stop the transformation that follows. The truth about your identity, your strength, and your calling begins to unfold in ways that change everything. So if you've been feeling a shift in your spirit, if you've been sensing that something powerful is happening within you, this message is for you. Before we dive deeper into this powerful revelation, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and follow for more messages meant to guide chosen ones on their journey. Your awakening is only just beginning. The feeling that you were always different. From a very young age, many chosen ones carry a quiet awareness that they do not quite fit into the patterns of the world around them. It is not always something that can be explained with words, but it is deeply felt. While others seemed comfortable blending into groups, following trends, or accepting things exactly as they were told, you may have noticed that your mind worked differently. You questioned things. You observed more deeply. You sensed meanings beneath the surface that others rarely noticed. Sometimes this difference felt confusing. You might have wondered why certain conversations, behaviors, or priorities around you felt shallow or unimportant. While others were focused on fitting in, popularity, or approval, you were often searching for something more meaningful: truth, purpose, and understanding. It may have even made you feel isolated at times, as if you were seeing the world through a completely different lens. But what once felt like a burden is often the very beginning of awakening. That sense of being different is not a flaw in your character. It is a signal that your mind and spirit were designed to operate beyond ordinary patterns. Chosen ones are rarely meant to move through life unconsciously. Instead, they are often wired to observe, reflect, and question the deeper nature of reality. Over time, you may begin to realize something powerful. Your difference was never meant to separate you from purpose. It was meant to guide you toward it. The very traits that once made you feel out of place are the same qualities that allow you to see truth more clearly, think independently, and resist being controlled by the expectations of the crowd. Being different was never a mistake. It was the first quiet sign that your journey was always meant to unfold in a unique and meaningful way. God used your struggles to shape you. When you reflect on your life, you may realize that your journey has not been easy. You have faced moments of betrayal, disappointment, rejection, and loneliness that seemed heavier than what many people around you experienced. At times, you may have wondered why your path seemed so difficult, as if life was constantly testing your strength. But what if those struggles were never random? Every challenge you encountered carried a hidden lesson. The betrayal taught you discernment. The failures taught you resilience. The loneliness taught you independence and self-awareness. Each experience was quietly shaping your character and strengthening your spirit. Chosen ones are rarely built through comfort. Instead, they are refined through pressure, much like a diamond forms under intense conditions. The struggles you faced were not meant to destroy you, they were meant to transform you. While others may have seen your hardships as setbacks, they were actually part of your preparation. Every difficult moment was building the wisdom and strength you would one day need. Sometimes God allows storms not to break you, but to reveal the strength that was always within you. And one day, when you look back at everything you survived, you may realize something powerful. Every struggle was preparing you for the purpose that was waiting ahead. You are beginning to see through illusions. As your awareness grows, something begins to shift in the way you see the world. Situations that once seemed confusing now start to make sense. You begin to notice patterns in people's behavior, hidden intentions behind words, and truths that many people never question. It may feel like a veil has slowly been lifted from your mind. Things that once appeared normal may now look different. You start recognizing when people are being manipulative, dishonest, or pretending to be something they are not. You begin to see beyond appearances and understand the deeper dynamics behind situations. This realization can feel both empowering and isolating. Empowering because you can now recognize truth more clearly. Isolating because you realize that not everyone sees what you see. Many people move through life accepting surface-level explanations. They follow the crowd, trust appearances, and rarely question deeper meanings. But chosen ones often develop a heightened awareness that allows them to see through these illusions. This clarity protects you. It helps you avoid deception and make wiser decisions about the people and environments you allow into your life. As your awareness grows, your perception sharpens. And once you begin seeing through illusions, it becomes almost impossible to return to the way you once saw the world. Isolation was part of your preparation. There were likely moments in your life when you felt deeply alone. Friends drifted away, relationships changed, and environments that once felt comfortable suddenly felt distant. During those seasons, you may have questioned why you felt disconnected from the people around you. It might have seemed like you were being pushed into solitude against your will, but isolation often serves a hidden purpose. When the noise of the world fades, something powerful begins to happen. You are left alone with your thoughts, your reflections, and your personal growth. Without constant distractions, you begin to understand yourself on a deeper level. Solitude creates clarity. During those quiet periods, you may have developed stronger self-awareness. You may have started questioning your beliefs, your goals, and the direction of your life. These reflections are often the foundation of transformation. Many great thinkers, leaders, and visionaries experienced long periods of isolation before stepping into their purpose. It was during those silent seasons that their minds became stronger and their perspectives became clearer. What once felt like separation may have actually been preparation. Those quiet moments were shaping your independence and strengthening your ability to stand firmly in your own truth. Sometimes isolation is not meant to weaken you, it is meant to prepare you. Your intuition is becoming stronger. One of the most noticeable changes during spiritual growth is the strengthening of your intuition. You may start noticing that you can sense things about people or situations almost instantly. Sometimes you feel a strong inner signal telling you to trust someone, and other times you feel a quiet warning urging you to keep your distance. This inner voice does not always explain itself logically. It often appears as a feeling, an instinct, or a sudden sense of clarity. Over time, you may begin to realize something surprising. Your intuition is often correct. Chosen ones frequently develop strong inner awareness because they are naturally observant and reflective. Their minds process subtle details that others overlook, allowing them to sense patterns and hidden signals. Your intuition acts like an internal compass. It helps guide you toward environments, opportunities, and relationships that align with your growth while steering you away from situations that may harm your progress. The more you listen to this inner guidance, the stronger it becomes. Ignoring it often leads to regret, while trusting it usually leads to clarity. Your intuition is not random. It is a powerful tool that helps you navigate life with deeper understanding and awareness. The truth about your identity is unfolding. At some point in your journey, a powerful question begins to appear in your mind. Who am I really? Not just the name you were given or the roles society expects you to play, but the deeper identity that exists beneath all those labels. For much of life, people are taught to define themselves by external factors, their career, their status, or the expectations placed upon them by family and society. But chosen ones often reach a moment where those definitions no longer feel complete. You begin to sense that there is more to your identity than what you were told. This realization can feel both exciting and unsettling. It pushes you to question beliefs you once accepted without hesitation. You begin exploring your values, your passions, and the deeper meaning behind your existence. As this awareness grows, you start seeing yourself differently. You recognize that your life carries potential far beyond routine or survival. The truth about who you are begins unfolding slowly, like a story revealing its deeper meaning chapter by chapter. And the more you discover about yourself, the more your life begins aligning with the person you were always meant to become. Some people will not understand your journey. Personal growth changes the way you think, speak, and see the world. As your awareness expands, the way you interact with people may begin to shift as well. Some people around you may struggle to understand these changes. They might question your mindset or feel uncomfortable with the new perspectives you share. Sometimes they may even distance themselves because your growth challenges the way they see life. This can feel painful at first. Humans naturally want acceptance and understanding from the people around them, but growth often requires stepping into unfamiliar territory. Not everyone is meant to walk the same path. Some people prefer comfort and familiarity, while others feel driven to explore deeper truths and new perspectives. When your awareness expands, it naturally separates you from environments that no longer match your growth. This does not mean those people are wrong. It simply means their journey is different from yours. The people who truly belong in your life will eventually recognize and respect your path, even if they do not fully understand it. Your mind is becoming stronger than your environment. One of the most powerful transformations in personal growth happens when your mindset becomes stronger than your surroundings. In the past, your emotions may have been heavily influenced by external situations. Stressful environments, negative people, or difficult circumstances could easily affect your mood and decisions. But as your awareness grows, something begins to change. You start realizing that your thoughts shape how you experience life. Instead of reacting automatically to every challenge, you begin responding with intention and clarity. Your mind becomes more disciplined and resilient. Even when circumstances are difficult, you learn to maintain focus on growth rather than frustration. Problems become opportunities to learn rather than obstacles that stop you. This shift creates a powerful sense of inner stability. No matter what environment you are placed in, your mindset remains steady. When your mind becomes stronger than your environment, you gain a form of freedom that many people never experience, the freedom to control your perspective regardless of external conditions. You are being guided toward alignment. As you continue growing, you may begin noticing subtle changes in the way life unfolds around you. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. New ideas start forming in your mind. Certain people enter your life at moments that feel strangely perfect. These moments can feel almost like pieces of a puzzle slowly coming together. When you begin aligning with your authentic path, life often starts guiding you in meaningful directions. The things that once felt forced begin to flow more naturally. You start recognizing which environments support your growth and which ones hold you back. Alignment does not mean life becomes effortless. Challenges will still appear, but there is often a sense that your direction is becoming clearer and more purposeful. Instead of wandering without direction, you begin moving toward experiences that reflect who you truly are. Sometimes what appears to be coincidence is actually life quietly guiding you toward the path you were meant to walk. Your awakening is just the beginning. One of the most important realizations on this journey is understanding that awakening is not the final destination, it is only the beginning. The moment you begin seeing life with deeper awareness, everything starts to change. Your perspective expands, your goals evolve, your understanding of yourself and the world grows stronger. You begin realizing that life is far more complex and meaningful than you once believed. The routines that once defined your life may no longer feel satisfying. Instead, you develop a stronger desire for growth, discovery, and purpose. Awakening opens the door to endless possibilities. Each new insight leads to deeper understanding. Each step forward reveals new layers of your potential. You begin building a life guided not by habit or expectation, but by awareness and intention. This journey is not about reaching a final answer. It is about continuous growth and discovery. And once your mind awakens to deeper truths, your life can never return to the way it once was. Chosen one, if this message found you today, it may not be by accident. Sometimes the truths we hear at the right moment are exactly the ones our spirit has been searching for. Everything you have experienced, the challenges, the moments of doubt, the seasons of isolation, were never meaningless. They were shaping your awareness, strengthening your mind, and preparing you for the path that is slowly unfolding before you. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. The path of awakening has always been different from the path of the crowd. What matters is that you continue growing, continue seeking truth, and continue becoming the person you were meant to be. Your story is still being written. Your purpose is still unfolding. And the awakening happening within you right now is only the beginning of something far greater than you may realize. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the messages meant for those walking this path. Also, share this video with someone who may need to hear it today. And remember this, sometimes being different is not a weakness. Sometimes it is the first sign that you were meant to see the world in a completely different way. Stay aware, stay strong, and keep walking your path.